afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Vilshanka in the east. The far east. It is Poor Farmer fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, taking on the role here of the 1st Tank Corps with armored assault, combined rapid arms tactics, and airborne troops with double infantry mines. Versus in the west, it is Itaperuna fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the, let's just go with 15th Panzer Division here. Grand offensive as always. It's very much become the main Oberkommando West doctrine. We got infantry, Kubelwagen, and medical supply bulletins there. And we got the Kubelwagen racing out swiftly, using its kicking the bucket bulletin to move just a bit more swiftly between the points. That way, getting to what matters faster. Ultimate part for Basil. He gets like that at times during the evening. He just meows about. So, not much you can do there. Double conscript away there for a Poor Farmer after doubling years, allow him to seize more territory. Although, of course, he is going to be weak fighting here. Itaperuna's, particularly the Sturm Pioneers, so of course, with the Kubelwagen start, it's going to sort of balance itself out, since obviously the Kubelwagen is not much of a big threat on its own. Southern field is secured by a Poor Farmer's brave engineers as they kick doors in there and scour the surrounding for any fascists that might be about. And as always, of course, remember to please like, subscribe, and share, and press the bell button. Engineers setting about. Kuban there on the fire from the engineers. Bit of quiet here so far. While Sturm punishing further northwards, we got more Volkskunde on the way there for Itaperuna. Wiring off here the Rauchenschlepper Ost and getting themselves stuck. Always be careful about that. Trying to retreat, but there is no retreat for your own silly habits. Pull something about there. Kuban moving in, should have a good chance of getting the engineers wiped. Sadly, there's no time to get a minesweeper upgrade up there, and he's got no sort of vehicles to quickly crush the wire. Kuban moving up, he's merging the conscript with the engineers, he's desperately trying to keep them alive. Poor Farmers, heroics, knows no, and then there he goes, got the minesweeper kits out. Of course, what he also does by merging them, he gets the engineer squad effectively outside of the wire, so that's actually a clear way there in the end, like, you know, he gets promoted into an engineer. And lastly, the engineer squad survives while the rest of the idiots get cut to ribbons. And I suppose the new engineer squad gets a very solid lesson in which way to wire stuff off. So that was actually a really clever way of doing it by Poor Farmer. 2 thumbs up. After, of course, placing himself in this stupid situation in the first place. So bring it down to 1 thumbs up, I guess. Up north here, Kubelwagen joining in. The Sturm Pioneers are pushing back the conscripts with ease. Mines was up there to help repairs, but also spot out any mines that a Poor Farmer main theory laid down there against his opponent. And we got Rifle here for Poor Farmer. Definitely a lot more variety in Soviet doctrines, with Gart Rifle certainly seeing a mine return as of late in popularity. So there you go. Panzer Fusilierat for Itaperuna, opening up for Panzer 6 and to take rifle nades, of course, in a pinch, and otherwise G43s for some slightly larger infantry squads to take on a Poor Farmer's forces. Southern nations there being seized. Basil meowing ahead there. In the south, we got mines up as well to proceed a counterattack. We got the trot on the move there for Itaperuna. Possibly heading southwards. Still a bit to go for an upgrade. We'll see G43s in there. Go, shots fire. Engineers caught laying down the mine. And disrupting the method. Oh, there we go, cancelled. Briefly looked like they actually managed to finish it, but no, decided to cancel it just in time there. Close shave there for a Poor Farmer, because he's been wasting munitions, to be honest. Forces being tied out in the center, going to push through there. Conscript engineers arriving here to try and break through Itaperuna center. Got the forces backed up by the valiant Kubelwagen there. 3 kills, actually. Quite impressive. Close to veteran 2-1. Close to veteran 2-1. Bit of skirmish there. Conscripts charging in there. No tech yet here for Poor Farmer. We got anti-tank grenades. We got medics, but no support companies. But right command here to put more pressure on Itaperuna. Northeast Sturm Pioneers slowly depleted. There goes the conscripts, fighting on the good fight though for the German army. Meanwhile, we got the battle group headquarters out there for Itaperuna. Interesting, there's been a slight increase over of seeing battle group headquarters from the Oberkommando as of late. There's been a slight shift away from actually from mechanized regiment, which I find is a bit interesting. At least in all the matches I see, there's a lot more battle group headquarters as of late. So all the way there, comfortable hard put up, flak half track away there for Itaperuna. Troops are healing and enforcing. Bit of a meow there from Basil. Support company finally out there for a poor farmer. Going for the carve point there. Good push, disrupts a poor farmer's fuel flow. Cool van being repaired. Back at base by Itaperuna's having jump and meanwhile the folks at the front line are getting absolutely bashed in. Guard farm can also be called in, but the poor farmer's actually been suffering rather heavily in the manpower department, so he can't use to sort of call in troops. Also, all of the upgrades in the tech, there's also eating up quite a bit of manpower there for the poor farmer. There we go. G43's finally up, but a bit late after most of the unit is dead, and they're about to get overwhelmed by the Russian infantry, or the Soviet infantry. Kuban catching the conscript there by the next who comes to try to threaten the fuel point there, and the centre bit of push here. We got a Brandhand gun over there to protect against any sort of direct push there from a poor farmer. Very nice work, but a poor farmer's conscripts don't care. They move about and they strike. On North conscript in front here was the Kugelwagen. Back here, troops reinforcing. Here the flak half-track unleashes hell against the conscripts with the 2 cm flak, pushing back the unfortunate Frontovics. Northern field with them being seized by the Kugelwagen back here. Who did first get neutral there by poor farmer's forces. This is 3 field gun on the way to help counter the flak half-track. Since Guardsmen, in theory they can do it, there's also just a good chance to get torn to stretch by the flak half-track. So obviously that's a bit off schedule. Let me just grab Basil here and see if we can't pacify him a bit. So there you go, mines to the carve point. Good counter move there by poor farmer. Should make it harder for Itaperuna just to rush it. And instead have a few feet blown off. There go sandbags being laid over the corpses of the engineers. Heinz, I feel a bit bad about this. Don't Valley dead Russians mean good luck. Are you sure? Yeah, it always means good luck because the Russians are dead. Flak after moving up, the engineers routed here. Panzer is moving ahead over the G43s. In the south, engineers mining off the back door. Be sure to put a doormat saying, "Welcome fascists, they always fall for it." Are you sure? Well, I've never heard any complaints. Secure on the centre victor point there with the folks going to these conscripts sitting out there for a poor farmer. Back engineers healing reinforcing. Conscripts on watch, ready to assail the fascists with the power of socialism. Mines down here for a poor farmer. In the south, engineers moving ahead there. More mines being laid down. Very consistent, thorough mining there from a poor farmer. Very good. Basil the cat approves. He's always a big fan of mining, aren't you, Basil? Yes, you are. Like any good cat. Black after the moving in there. Conscript farms onto Hail Fan. Of course, if they are not careful, they could get hit on the retreat over the mine, in which case things could get very ugly there for a poor farmer. Quick flak after there, he spots the CIS-3 field gun and decides to get the flak half-track to safety very swiftly. Good response there. In fact, he launches an immediate counter-attack to clear out the field gun. In the south, engineers press the flak half-track. Goes to the engineers to very much vacate the premises before they get splattered all across the premises. We got tank command on the way for poor farmer and get a fast T-7 over to Itaperuna. That's going to be, I think, a very good move there. Going to put some pressure there on Itaperuna with a fast T-70. He has no anti-tank weapons, and the flak half-track also struggles with it. So T-70 here from a poor farmer could give him a bit more momentum. There goes Sturm Pioneer, sadly having knocked the minesweepers ahead, hit the mine and blowing off the legs of half the unit. Earning the scorn of Basil, of course. Is of course very aware of the importance of minesweepers, as any cat is. Continues moving straight against the Panzer Fusilier. Like Kenref there for Itaperuna, obviously sensing that T-70 is on the way, it's usually the right timing for it. Now they're trying on the way, there's going to be a fast Schwerer Panzer quarters, very good there as well. Could get out some mobiles and put pressure there on poor farmer to sort of further make things miserable for him. T-70 is now available here for a poor farmer to call in. And should definitely get called in as soon as possible. Constant being hosed down in the south. Meanwhile, Daigen with the Panzer is down to 3 men, all barely alive, but they're fighting furiously. 15 kills, and yeah, forced away. T-7 light tank on the way there for a poor farmer and the 1st Tank Corps. Flak after they're just laying down an ungodly volume of fire there with its 2 cm flak cannon. T-7 light tank slowly on the way. Being rushed to the front line. to shatter the Germans. Flak half tank in Norfolk's engineers about to get caught here though by the flak half tank, and there goes Sale with an ungodly storm of flak. The engineer squad found themselves cut down to just half health. No casualties though, much to their great fortune, and the minesweeper engineers may find themselves less fortunate, but they retreat in time, avoiding a very unhealthy helping of flak. T7 on the way there for a poor farmer. Red Army light tank. Fun fact about the T7, it's actually more expensive to produce than a T-34, and that thing was probably more expensive than most people would have figured due to having an aluminum engine. But the T-70 was kind of expensive tank. It also wasn't a very good tank. They only produced it because they had to produce something while they were shifting production lines about there to avoid the Germans. And so the T-7 was just basically sort of the T-50 and the T-60 sort of put together into sort of a simpler tank design they could produce until, like, you know, production lines been shifted, they could be switching all to T-34s and whatnot. There you go, Sturmpanzer's wiped. Good wipe here, Itaperuna extended, and poor farmer struck him down. So very good there, though Itaperuna still control a good chunk of them field here. Still getting rid of the Sturmpanzers helps a lot. No minesweepers, no mines, and of course just loses an excellent assault unit there. It's going to make things a bit harder for Itaperuna. So very nice work there. Mines going off, their field gun going for a very close quarters barrage there. Almost getting wiped out there. Good God, we could see another wipe here in the early game, in the mid game, early mid. There we go. There we got another wipe. Sturmpanzers and Fulzers wiped here within a matter of minutes. Huge blows here to Itaperuna. We could see the Raketmap also go down as well. That would be another massive blow though. Scrap Hunter quarters is being authorized. The Raketmap's about to go down. Oh, it went down. Raketmap's on there to be stolen. The MU-34 go down as well. These are massive blows here to Itaperuna. Massive shattering blows. Good God, the MU-34 could go down as well. Mein Gott im Himmel. The Schwerpanzer quarters goes operational just in the nick of time, preventing Raketmap from falling into the hands of a poor farmer. Still, he has suffered excruciating casualties. Most of his sources are gone. He's down to just the flak half track. The valiant Kubelwagen, the little Kubelwagen that could. Which sound as a children's book never works, so it could change the little toaster to make it more family friendly. Comes about to go wiped out the Panzerverleger. T7 heading southwards, engaging the Panzerverleger there, but right now Itaperuna is in a bad place. And I'm not talking about Stalingrad. Engineers heading northwards there in the south. Kubelwagen standing about there close to Veterinary. Two troops are reinforcing. Flak half track, you need repairs, but there's no one to do the repairs. What do you mean there's no pioneers? They got killed. Can't you just, like, grab a blowtorch? Nein, I'm not authorized to do that. This is a German army, not the Red Army, where just anyone can do anything. Careful the shoots, destroys the field gun, which apparently he sort of managed to lose there. A small reprieve there for Itaperuna in a sea of red socialist misery. Guys, they're getting absolutely pummeled there, but the flak half tank Fultz is charging ahead here. Itaperuna's may have suffered, but his spirit is still ready to fight the fight for the fatherland. Poor farm there may want to consider upgrading his conscript with submachines, but more pressure than the Itaperuna's infantry. Though, of course, some more anti-tank to stop the flak half in the idea there. T7 could rush and try and deal with it. Trying close there, but the flak half tank unleashes a deadly volume of death, and the Shrap Hunter quarters makes it even more difficult. Still, he gets off the anti-tank ring. The flak half tank is barely operable. The Sturmpanzer squad replacements have arrived though to begin repairs. In the south, Kuban could be in trouble getting Vetri 2, but now it's going to get pelted. No, it doesn't actually. There's no munitions for it. T7 is going to go for the flak half track there. Itaperuna's probably going to try and bounce back with the mighty Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung Jod, but the flak half track will not be part of that comeback if it ever comes. It is gone. Kaputt. Nicht mehr. Fultz moving in with the Panzerfaust right into the tailpipe there, the T7 light tank. In a bit of a tight spot, but overall, poor farmer's in a good place there. He should probably try and take hit there, pull for T-34s versus Itaperuna while he can, and not leave out Itaperuna in time to swing the game around, you know, with Panther Force. Probably K1 would actually be better, to be honest, since the Panther Force struggles a lot with the K1 heavy tanks. Raketman setting out there for Itaperuna and the Red Army. T-70 making a very slow retreat. Might almost be fast for the crew to just get out and push the damn tank. Sturmpioneer, so rout the guardsmen there of Northern Gears laying down mines. Still no sign of taking. We got a lot of reinforcements happening, and the T7 continues its very hasty retreat. In fact, he's using reconnaissance mode just to make sure he can sort of dodge any sneaky moves there from Itaperuna. While you're up there, Petrov, couldn't you just, like, get out and push the tank? Niet! I'm not getting out. Not since last time. But you got me sent to Gulag, you assholes. Molotov's on the way there for a poor farm. Interesting pick at this point. He's also going for a placement field gun. I'd probably just suggest a mechanized ammo company and then just getting a K1 prioritized for the front line to slow down the fascists. Up here, the MU Fed Force put up to the conscripts there, finding by Detman's Raukenschlepper Ost. We got Orbis on the way to Itaperuna. He could actually be going for a Panzer 4 Model J now. Some surprise he isn't. It could be he's planning a Tiger tank, which I would say is ridiculously ambitious by Itaperuna. Kinda nuts, but I suppose, I mean, if he's still fighting after all those casualties, like, you're kinda already a bit insane, but successfully so. Successfully insane. But we'll have to see there, though. We'll have to see. But I'd definitely not recommend it. But then people rarely listen to my recommendations anyways. T7 extremely for the Fulton. We got T7 again. He mentioned 2. We got 15 kills on the Fulton. Getting hammered by the T7. It's 45mm gun spitting out hot lead, well, high explosive death. Got the Orbison wing had the infrared Sturmgewehrs on the way there, advancing through the wreckage. The Kevin standing up. There you go. Good hit on the T7 light tank, which recoils under the hit there of the 88mm rocket. Field gun bounding. The Orbison there already down to less than half health. Will have to retreat. But better just to get in the back reinforced rather than throw away Orbison. And then in the end, doesn't quite pan out. Direct hit from a high explosive round takes out most of the unit. Back here, troop reinforcing, still not on the mechanized ammo company. In fact, this could very well be what makes Itaperuna's Tiger tank strategy actually work out. That a poor farmer's just bleeding himself out so he can actually take up. That might be what Itaperuna's kind of banking on, just the severe bleeding he's actually inflicting on poor farmer. Again, really just depends if all right now be so much more powerful, but he might just be able to pull off a Tiger tank again due to poor farmer not pushing out for tanks himself faster either. In the south, comes from the south, it's there. Yes, in the south they're going south. Great, Dean. How about some other splendid observations like it's looking very brown today. Anyways, troops are reinforcing. There you go, mechanized ammo company are finally going out there for a poor farmer. But Itaperuna might just be able to push out a tank here, hit him with the raw steel fist of the fatherland. Sturm sitting in there for north flank, folks they're being hosed down by the conscript. Still no sign of submachine guns. He seems like a poor farmer is not a big believer in automatics, even though they're sub-automatics. Haha. Sturm is there, straight into the conscripts, taking a lot of damage and forced to retreat. North got the guards in the force challenge, but they go negative cover into DP light machine guns. An endeavour which only results in higher casualties. Got the Orbison moving in there, 1 kill so far for the fatherland. T7 in the moon to ruin the day once more. The Kedmeffer not quite set up to deliver a counter punch there, but actually was just in the nick of time there. Close one. Almost ace level T7 light tank here. Poor farmer getting control of the map, but Itaperuna is going to hit him with a Tiger tank. Far up in the north guards, this is the northest point there. Sandbags being held down by the conscripts swiftly. Good positioning there. Not a lot of other heavy cover for the Germans to utilize. Any attack here is actually going to be tricky for Itaperuna to do so successfully or easily. So 2 thumbs out there for poor farmer. But I know there's just the whole slightly slow tank, and he's going to get hit by a Tiger tank, which really should be obvious. He's probably going to go for an HE5. He goes to the K1. Back to the field gun, it can work, and there you go. Brandhand gun out against the guardsmen, enveloping them in the hot fires of the Third Reich and causing the entire unit to retreat, as obviously they have no intention of being charbroiled. In the dirt here, the MU-34 though is trying to make them just become one with the dirt, and there you go, more comes in the dirt. The T7 moving in. Itaperuna's machine crew realizes there's a bit too many there, causing it trouble. He's losing most of the map again, but he's obviously staking everything here on the Tiger tank, on Kruppstil. sequential engineering, I guess. Sturmpart charging into front from the centre. Quick Molotov against the Sturmpioniere. Forcing retreat there. K1 tank almost done. Itaperuna though is moments away from the mighty Tiger. Setting out there swiftly. Quick shot. Impacting upon the building, we got the Panzer commander. Comes about to get hosed down here by the Tiger tank out in the open. They stand no chance against the might of the Tiger. Tiger means tiger in German. K1 heading northwards there. Constant routing there by the Tiger tank. 3 kills so far. Back here, troops reinforcing, lining up for the next big push against socialism. But yeah, I think poor Farmer's going to need a HG5 to back up the K1 tank here versus the Tiger tank. He's going to need a lot more KV1s. But Kevin from the 5 from the K1 landing a not particularly impressive hit there with its 76.2mm gun. Second shot doesn't quite hit the mark either. The Kevin shoots bounces, but the Tiger tank though lands a great hit there on the KV tank. Second shot also goes through with ease, like a hot knife through butter. Tiger tank there blasts up poor Dyatlov, leaving him dead or dying in the dirt. Sis-3 opening up there, the Tiger tanks to push out, but the shot doesn't quite make an impact. And yes, it get away just in time there. That could have been very explosively unfortunate for poor Farmer, who suddenly found himself with a lot of dead engineers. And, well, a heavily damaged KV tank. They all of a sudden popping up Gebalteladung there. Garton dealing with the can there, like Kevin creeping ahead here. A poor Farmer's line is collapsing to Itaperuna's vicious assault. The Tiger tank is proving to be quite successful here, despite, I would say, a rather heavy delay. Garton almost wiped up by the Tiger tank. And down they go. No survivors. Or if they did survive, they're not showing that they did. Conscript charging in there. Going to try and pelt their way into tank grenades. Right into the Tiger tank's line of fire here. Bit of a minor hit there. They've got Panzers backing up there as well. Quick retreat there. So right now, poor Farmer's going to eat that tank. Just try to have a good chance with the Tiger tank. And even then, of course, it's going to be a bit close there. Comes there being absolutely pelted with hair fire, down to just 4 men, all in a dreadful state of affairs, as the Tiger tank proves to be, of course, a formidable block of armoured cheese. We got the H5 tank still slowing on the way there for poor Farmer, ready to give Itaperuna's Tiger tank a bit of a hard time. Of course, Itaperuna will need more armour, I think, long time to back up the Tiger tank. But for now, it is very much king of the hill here. Oh, the Apollo took a devastating hit. I think was that actually the Tiger tank that didn't know about something else. K1 moving ahead here. Artillery called in the Sis-3, forcing entry position or risk getting murdered here by the artillery called in there by Itaperuna's Tiger tank. And there you go. Field remain positioned. A few shells go down very accurately, but a bit on the slower side of things. Direct hit in the KV tank there by the Tiger tank. We got 14 kills, veterans 1 back here, troops reinforcing. We got 321,065. Far up north, Sturmpart here, routed by a vigorous assault there by a poor Farmer. Conscripts moving through there, past the sundered landscape. Issued 5 tanks moving up there with spotting mode there. No focus sight. Tiger tank takes right here from Issued 5's 85mm gun. Second shot goes through as well. Concentrating to the MU-34. T-7 charging in there. Panzer being suppressed. Orbiters on there taking advantage to hit the dirt constant up close with a lot of fire. We got a Molotov against them, but not enough really to dissuade the Orbiters on from just continuing to murder away at them. So now back to the 50-50 split there. Ish. Actually, slightly more control there to poor Farmer Itaperuna. 2 victory points versus 1. Actually, Itaperuna has the victory points, but doesn't have most of the resource points. So slight mistake there by me. K1 moving up. Troops are hitting the dirt again. Good reflexive use of it there. And there you go. K1 lands some great hits on the Panzer there. Definitely freed, but also bleeding out quite spectacularly. K1 continuing to fire away here. Nothing nearby to do a deal with it. And the Tiger tank is still back in the base being repaired. Sis-3 moving up. Poor Farmer trying following up here with the T-34 from 6 to back up the rest. With a bit more infantry, not anti-armor when needed. That's an option there. T-7 tank on the Kedma with a great move there. Very good. Almost got a wipe, in fact. This time, another can get. Oh, does not go and loses the veteran crew. Very good. The full source in trouble. Tiger tank, meanwhile, charging here. The H5 within line of 5. We got this is finished. Wrapping up the Tiger tank. Tiger tank down to half health. Down to less than half health. Itaperuna is quickly forced to fall back with the Tiger tank as poor farmer lurches ahead here with his tank destroyers and tanks, but decides not to, I think, go full in there on the Tiger tank. Deciding that discretion is the better part of valor, or at least not charging him too recklessly is the better part of it. So Itaperuna's Tiger tank gets at least a few more moments to live in, but poor farmer remains in a strong position. At the moment, it's going to have to come down to a really good push there with more armor there. Panzer to back up the Tiger tank could be a good idea, or a Yak Panzer. There's a few options there overall for Itaperuna how to tackle a poor farmer. A few options. Max machine gun away there for poor farmer to help deal and contain with Itaperuna's infantry. I imagine in particular the Panzer and the Oberstladen are weighing heavily on his mind, like a crate of jackboots made out of lead. Also got one there. Make attack ready there. Though, of course, the Scrap Hunter quarters could make it a bit harder to use. We'll have to see if he actually makes use of it. How much it gets to do. And there we go. We do get the air support call in here. The Red Army Aviation quickly summons forth 2 Sturmwicks to deliver hot leaden death from the skies upon the Germans. Troops being hit there, pinned down to the ground. Flat gun so far, just enjoying the sight and the weather. Hey Heinz, yeah. So this is some very nice Soviet aircraft. Yeah. Shouldn't we be shooting some? Nah, I'm sure someone else will do it. Clearly, man of the Luftwaffe. Need to fix up all the armor here. Safai Itaperuna's abandoned the center. The Strap Hunter quarters just continues to enjoy the air show. Wondering, like, you know, what it is they're manning actually. Katyusha rocket launch the way there for poor farmer. Oh, there we go. Finally, they're waking up. Probably someone caught them sleeping on the job and just shouted at them until they got around to actually, you know, doing their damn job. Hey, what are you two guys doing? Shoot those things down, you dumb cops. What are you, some Luftwaffe? Fun fact, the Luftwaffe actually controlled most of the anti-aircraft guns and actually formed up many flak regiments that would then sort of be used to deal with aircraft. So, little fun fact there. Little fun fact there. Yak Panzer here for Itaperuna. An interesting pick. Of course, used for the H5 to degree the Yak Panzer as well. Obviously not so much with the Infinite. Clearly, Itaperuna is more concerned with just dealing with the poor farmer's tanks. And, oh, mine goes up. Several mines go off. A few bring men T-posts even in death as a sign of defiance here to the Soviets. Meta 2 gaining the Tiger tank. Direct hit here from the H5 tank destroyed. Tiger tank returns the gesture though with an 88mm punch right through the frontal armor. H5 half 853. Yak Panzer almost done there for Itaperuna. And the 15th Panzer Division. Yak Panzer's like the one here with high velocity gun mechs, usually part of the Panzer Division's Panzerabteilung. They were not distributed, I think, to independent tank destroyer battalions. Little fun fact, there was sort of more, for example, Hetzers that found themselves part of those. Directly in the H5. Got the Yak Panzer out. Katyusha rocket launch unleashing a concentrated volley of death right at where there are no Germans. Less impressive. Folks moving in, they're clearing out the Raketman crew there, at least Field and Crew, I mean, trying to sort of slaughter them, but taking heavy fire there. Yak Panzer moving in, Tiger tank almost good to go. He's going to charge in there. Yak Panzer shoots, gets hit in the T light tank with its high velocity 700 gun. K1 then flanking in on it. Tiger tank going to take up the position of the Raketman, turning about as well here. Could leave the K1, which has not been repaired by the way. Being noticed, I think, there by Paul Farmer, or maybe just a sign of pressure. Almost losing the K1 tank, that Raketman guards it, and Yak Panzer should be able to finish it off. Nope. Oh, gets it. Suddenly, a poor farmer is short on units. He's going for the Katyusha number 2. I feel like that's a definite mistake. H5 could have gone into the Tiger tank. There you go. The H5 is down. A poor farmer's armored forces are suddenly evaporating. Good lord, he's just losing a lot of stuff, and then all of a sudden, Itaperuna's Tiger tank stands victorious, backed up by Yak Panzer. Poor farmer realized the mistake with the Katyusha, but the question is how can he further rectify the other issues he has, which is He now only has a single field gun to stop the Tiger tank with a bunch of infantry, and the Yak Panzer is also going to make it more difficult to just get out another HG5, since again the Yak Panzer can sort of fight that decently when backed up by other stuff. This is 3 punching away there at the Yak Panzer, punching through the 80mm of sloped armor there, available to it. Shot bouncing off the Tiger tank's frontal armor, halfway to veterancy 3. Says 3 there, actually 2, but the Tiger tank just keeps punching away. Folks advancing into the T-75. We got 29 kills on that one. That's actually kind of impressive. And there you go. Engineers dropping dead like flies as they get impacted over the Tiger tank. T-7 there with 32 kills. Really impressive, but poor Farmer's odds are looking increasingly grim and slim. As Itaperuna is starting to look really in control now. Orbital tank northwards there, very close to the infantry drum guards clenched tightly in their hands. Every man ready, of course, to do the T-pose if it comes down to it. So the elite orbital are always ready. They're always elite. Targeting there, close to 23, engaging him. This is 3 field gun, blasting apart the crew there. And we even got artillery called in here at the edge. Quickly falling it back, but dodges the artillery narrowly there. Good lord. Target tank close to 23 there. Panzer's soldiers and target tank just laying down a murderous storm of death, which the infantry can't pass through. Katyusha, though, trying to silence this defense, fails to hit it and just blows apart possibly some squirrels at most. Targeting there, damn its engine, so close to 53 though. Yak Panzer moving in though, once the HG5 tank shows its ugly face, shoots and gets a great hit in the HG5. Panzer of course easily spotting for the Yak Panzer. HG5 getting out of there, focus out, those make it a bit hard to escape. And there you go, T-7 is coming under the scrutiny of the Yak Panzer with its high velocity 75mm gun. Same as used in the Panther, though without the gun mounted at the end, since it would actually a recoil break on the Yak Panzer because it's so low to the ground, kick up a lot of dust, which A, gave away the Yak Panzer's position, and B, you know, blinded it, basically blocked the line of view. So generally they remove those to avoid those things. Little fun fact there. Very close there to veteran free in the Tiger tank. Just getting wild out, also being pursued of the T-7 light tank. 33 kills. Really impressive work with that T-7 light tank, to be honest, here from a poor farmer. Tank to murder away there, and we have veteran 3. We got 40 kills on it though. 41 kills. An absolute ace in the making here for Itaperuna. McKenna the caught though in a hot shower search in their key. The Molotov cocktail comes about to get murdered out there. 42 kills. 43 kills. Poor farmer situation looking increasingly desperately starting. Yes, 17 points here versus Itaperuna's 275. T-7 trying to escape here the wrath of the Yak Panzer as it goes on the hunt for its prey. H-farming hit going straight for the Tiger tank. Tiger tank backs off, though I think it would have rushed it down. At least waited for the Yak Panzer to deal with it. 9 points left here for poor farmer. 7 points left. Starting to very much look like GG here irreversibly. Yeah. 3. T-70 charging in there to try and block things here. We got 1 point left, but it's not going to matter. It is GG, game over. A loss here for poor farmer, a loss for the Red Army, a victory for Itaperuna and Deutschland. So a nice little fight here on Vilshanka with some good maneuvering there. I mean, poor farmer really has a good early mid game there to sort of push back against Itaperuna, but he just failed to fully capitalize it with the fast tech and fast tanks. Also could have done with some more mines here and there, and I think he should have maneuvered more against Itaperuna. At times he just attacked head on, taking massive casualties in the process. As for Itaperuna, paid off for the target tank, I would say was a bit risky. His early mid game also had some issues there, which of course poor farmer was able to exploit. But still in the end he managed to pull through. Then the target tank I think certainly sort of, you know, paid for a lot of it. I think we've gotten away with a Panzer IV and then, you know, more Panzer IVs, but that's just me. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you see you all tomorrow again for another exciting episode. Bye.